Hello and welcome back to Factorio C Block. In our last episode, we took care of some additional processing here in ore, where we're turning the cupric ore into powder and then turning that powder into, along with the copper and tin, we're also making it into silver, which is very useful for, well, all the things we need silver for, mostly red circuits and stuff right now. But we are making a little more silver. We're making some aluminum there, and we have things going. And we then caught up to where I had left off as far as my test game or practice game or assessment game or whatever I'm going to call that game. Wherever that left us at. So that meant that I needed to do a little catch-up work, and I'm still working on the catch-up work. But I do have one, or rather technically two recipes to show you off today, and two technologies to show you today. One of those technologies we won't actually be doing, and that is the sort of traditional concrete recipe from vanilla Factorio. Iron ore, stone bricks, and water. And then, of course, the hazard concrete for it. And then we also have the refined concrete. That's the vanilla recipe as well. We're not going to be touching that one either. If it comes down to us needing refined concrete, we'll revisit it. But at this point, I'm not going to bother with it. And, of course, its own hazard concrete. Instead, what we're going to do is cement processing 2, which is, of course, kind of the secondary to that. But I don't know if it fits anything else. It does, actually. Because it comes after the bricks that we use a little bit, the clay bricks. Not a whole lot, but it comes after those a bit. And so we're going to take a look at these. For these, we have, starting from the right side and working our way backward, concrete bricks, which are stone bricks mixed with liquid concrete. We have concrete, which is the exact same concrete as this concrete, only made differently, made from liquid concrete. We have liquid concrete made from slag. Hey, look, we got another use for slag. Cement and water, and then we have cement here that is made from silicon powder and lime. And notice that even though this is cement 2 and this was cement 1, there isn't actually any cement here. It's limestone, lime, clay, sand, and then, well, bricks. So it's kind of a weird thing that this was called cement 1 when there's no cement there, but that's okay because we have cement 2 now. So what I'd like to do is use Hellmod once again to tap into our ability to do a recipe here. We want to do concrete. We want to do both of them together. So we're going to do the concrete from liquid and the bricks from liquid and stone bricks. So that takes us these. We're going to use the yellow buildings, but I want to just do enough for one yellow building each, which isn't a whole lot, but we don't have any use for either of these things yet. And until we kind of do, then I don't want to expand this any. Plus, this build will be big enough. So that needs a bit of liquid concrete, which we can make this recipe here. And that gets us 0.8 of those buildings. And then the next step is, so we need to bring slag in for this step, as well as some water. Slag will come in from right here. We'll just filter or priority split it and bring it up this way someplace. We're going to build this all in here, by the way. And then we need to make cement, 1.2 cement, not very much at all. We'll take that, and that'll make take 4.8 powder mixers, which are a machine that we semi-recently unlocked. I think it was the one we used for part of glass making here, as well as aluminum, I think. Is this one also a powder mixer? Yes, so that's where we used those before. We have another use for them now, and that will take in silicon powder, which is made from silicon ingots. We're already doing that, actually, but we're going to need 1.2 of those, or better yet, 0.8 of these, in order to make the that. And that we're already doing here, but we only have one gray machine there because we're not making very much of that. That's going into glass, by the way. Then we need lime. And we could do the lime recipe that we use for clay bricks, which takes limestone from one of the filtered waters, the muddy water filtered downs, and gets us a byproduct of carbon dioxide as well. But I don't want to do that because we unlocked another recipe here. That one? That one. We unlocked this when we did Sulfur 2, I think. Which was one of the ones we kind of skipped past. Sulfur 2. Yes, we unlocked that there. And by the way, keep this in mind because we're going to need to do that in order to make the calcium sulfate. We got to use this one here. So this kind of gives us a little bit of a different build, which is kind of a nice thing to do, especially as this game is, of course, or this save or this feat series is, of course, filtering or showing us the kind of tutorializing a little bit each of the steps in C Block and its component mods. So anyway, we're making the lime we need for this. It's going to give us a byproduct of sulfur dioxide. Put a pin in that a little bit, and then let's take some calcium sulfate and some purified water. Calcium sulfate is going to produce a byproduct of hydrofluoric acid, something we can't do anything with just yet, but we will later. So we're going to put this into a big storage tank and then sink the overflow. And that's going to take 12 of our fluorite ore that we happen to be saving up right here. And so we'll have that going in there as well. And then we have also our sulfuric acid that turns the fluorite into hydrofluoric acid plus the calcium sulfate, of course. And that one we're just going to do the old-fashioned way from sulfur dioxide gas. And there's where the pin comes in. The sulfur dioxide gas from here, the 60 outgassed sulfur dioxide, can go into making more sulfuric acid via this method. So we need to still make, though, 120 sulfur dioxide, and we also need some purified water here. And we'll do that easily enough by making in the, definitely going to do this one, making the sulfur and oxygen into sulfur dioxide gas. And we do also have a surplus of sulfur down here. Where to go? Here, which we haven't actually put into a box yet, but we should be doing. Oopsie. We'll do that there, and I will just maybe do 2 boxes just to be safe. We'll do that here, and then we can pick that up, and we'll just go pick that up in a little bit. Let me make a few boxes though for later. And then we have what do we have left? We have a byproduct there. We need to, let's see, we need to make purified water. We need to make oxygen. Let's do the purified water first. We're going to take that, not from oxygen and hydrogen, because that's kind of a pain, but just from water itself. We'll have some saline water as a byproduct, but that's okay. We'll just spit that out. That makes enough of that. And I want to make this also a red machine, because that makes it less than 1 as opposed to over 1, and I think that's a better build. And then finally, oxygen, which we're going to get from the air instead of getting it from the water, because again, it's a pain. Now, we could get slag from this, but I think we're okay just using the slag we have. If it comes down to it and we need to make more of this and we're not getting enough slag from our ore refining, we can change our minds and get oxygen from water, in which case maybe we also get purified water from water as well, but we can change that, purified water from electrolyzing water as well, and we get a little bit of extra slag, but we only need 0.6 slag, so it's not that big of a deal. And then of course we need to get our air from air separators, and we'll get that just like that. So is that going to be everything? Let's see, we have those 2 things. We have 3 byproducts. 1 we are saving and then sinking the overflow. 2 that we're just going to sink completely. We need to have bricks coming in, slag coming in, water, silicon ingots, fluoride ore, and sulfur. And that should do it. And if I did this correctly, I've already made all the things we need, which is also good. So let's start with these, and I'm going to put it up here at the top, and we'll probably move this around 3 times before we're done. But we'll do cement there, or concrete there, rather. We'll do concrete blocks, not there, but here. 1 space away so we can put a pipe in there. And then we'll do also our liquid bits here like this, and that'll go like that. And that'll feed into there just like this, no problem. And then we'll have to, of course, load in the stone bricks and the slag from here, which won't be a problem. And then we can proceed on down. The next thing is going to be 5 of these, and what I want to do with these is just put them like 1, 2 spaces away, like this, and we'll get some inserter magic to get all those direct inserted into there, because direct insertion is fun. TM. And then we need to have this, which I'm just going to put over here to the side for now. We'll figure out a spot exactly for it in the near future, but over here to the side, it'll put onto a belt that'll go through here somehow, and it'll connect to all of these guys, and that'll be fine. Going from one of these into those, I don't feel like is a great idea, because we also need to get lime in here, and that may be a little bit more difficult. So we need 2 of these. Going into, let's see, I want these like 2 away also. 1, 2, and then over here. And that way we can have a pipe as well as inserters as needed to direct feed the lime in there. And then we need to have, of course, the pipe coming out with our sulfur dioxide gas taken care of. Something like this off to the side, and we'll bring that down. And of course, I am working off a plan as I talked about, but it's still going to be a bit of a, not a challenge, but a bit of a work to get this thing built in a reasonable amount of time. So I fiddled with this for a while, and I came up with this kind of interesting design for this. I want to do undergrounds taking these down here, both of them, and then I want to just do a straight pipe going across here, and that will feed into the fluorite tank, or the hydrofluoric acid tank, and we'll feed that in a little bit. And then these will come down and be fed by 3 of these here. And I want to stagger these just right, because this is where the kind of creativity begins, I guess, if you can call me playing Factorio in any way creative, I guess. This will come in here like this. That'll go there. That'll go there. And then I can do pipes. Actually, that one could have been over by 1. Why did I do that? Probably just for symmetry reasons, even though it's not really symmetrical. Probably. We can do this, this, and this, and connect all these purified water inputs together into one big pipe. And that'll come in from you, who's going to sit over here someplace. Not exactly there, but maybe there. And then we'll need to have, of course, sulfur dioxide that comes in here. And that sulfur dioxide will come in from this side. Maybe, yeah, I think this should be fine. And come up from there, and then I just need to have someplace in the middle here where that's being managed, and that'll be our sulfur dioxide return pipe that comes out of here and into this loop here, or into these guys here. And then we just need to have, of course, sulfuric acid pipe going here to there. Yeah, symmetry reasons, I guess. I don't know. That one's offset, so it doesn't really matter, but it's fine. And so that takes care of this stuff. We do have some solids to bring in here, though. I want to bring fluorite in here, but fluorite, because we have 12 of them we need, needs to be on a yellow belt. So we'll take you up like this. Oh, I need to do one more thing here. This needs to also have an underground, so we can connect it to that if that's where we want it to go. Fluorite will come in this way, and we'll do this type of number, but I need to get inserters going here first, so we'll deal with that. A little bit. Let's go ahead and lay these things out. Like I said, I know where I'm going with this, so we can do this relatively quickly without a problem. You were making sulfuric acid, which is this one. So we're onto this one now. 3 of these. I thought about putting these down here, but then I came up with this different idea that probably doesn't necessarily need to be the way that it is, but I liked it, so I'm going to keep it. And then I want to do something like this. And I think these are 1 away from each other, something like that. Sulfur dioxide will come in from over here, but it needs, sulfur dioxide, but it needs a valve. It needs a underflow valve. Underflow valve? Is that what it's called? Did I make them? I did. Top-up valve. If the output side is below 80%, this will go ahead and top it up. And that will let us use this return pipe before this jams it up, basically. Gives enough wiggle room for this to make some so that we can keep those going so these don't jam it up. And then we need to have a belt coming in here, and this will be where the sulfur comes in, and then we just need to do a little bit of creative inserter shenanigans, and that's backwards. In a moment. We'll do inserter shenanigans in a moment. And then we have the oxygen made from these, and these are 2.75 to 2.67, so 1 to 1 or 3 to 3, so 1 to 1, and we'll just do that way. 1 away is perfectly fine. I'm going to directly line them up like this, and then we can do. I got to do these two, of course. We're going to do this, and we'll do those underground connected all the way up to 1 vent, just venting the crap out of this, and that'll just go up here. And that should work out fine. And then finally, we'll have the air thingies over here, which I'm going to hook up totally last, because that'll be our kind of jumpstart type of thing, I guess. because we need to have the air in order to get everything else going in this whole system. So we'll hook those up lastly, but let's do inserter magic, I think, next. So let's do this one here, and we're going to grab from here and drop to there, which you can see we'll grab from that belt and put it into that machine. We're just going to do that 3 times, and that gets us what we need as far as sulfur. And then over here, these are all liquids, so they don't need any inserters. This one, though, will need that fluorite, and it will need to output that, whatever that's just called that I just looked at, calcium sulfate. So let's be a little bit creative with this one. I had a kind of a creative idea on how I wanted to hook these up. Let's do these 2 like this, and that one looks like it works fine, except for this one doesn't. So we just do that, and that gets us this. And then if I do this and flip it horizontally that way, that takes care of those guys. And then this belt can come through now to there. There. I want to go one more for reasons which we'll get into later. I could do one more here just for symmetry reasons. Let's do it. I like it. And then these ones can be here and here, but these ones I want to just do pick up from there, drop to there, and then of course horizontal flip it. And that'll get these 2 inner machines picked up, no problem. And that should take care of the fluorite input and the calcium sulfate output. You guys are good. Nope, I lied. These need to go here and here, and then here and there, and then these need to go there. Now this should be good. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I was grabbing from the pipe, which does not work. Okay, so that takes care of those, and then we also need inserters for these guys, and this is also a bit of shenanigans. Well, somewhat shenanigans. These 2 will be easy enough done. Those would just be long inserters like this, and the same Z's goes here. But then this one, I want to just do these like this, and then I want to just grab them from here and then from there, and that should take care of this machine. So this one here will grab from both, and these outer ones will only grab from their nearest neighbor. And that'll balance well enough for what we need. It's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be good enough. And this is where the fun begins. So we need to have... I got to check this one, because this one's the tough place. Nope, not there. There. That it? I think that's it. And then you'll go over here. Wait a minute. No, these should be down here. But still, that'll go there. This will go here, because we need to have a pipe coming through here. That'll grab from the outermost ones and put it into the inside there. Is that what I want? No, I want to do this out by 1, I think. Yeah, out by 1. And then your friend here... actually, is that good enough? That's actually good enough. Is it? No. Here? Yes. That will grab from there, and this one will grab from here and put it into the inside there. And then we just need to have one long inserter here that is doing a long inserter thing. I think, at least. I think. And then we'll need to have a pipe for water here. That'll go in from over there. And then the, this stuff will come in this way on a belt and go down as far as it needs to go. You guys will grab from the outsides, and then you can grab from here and drop it into there. 3, yeah, that should be fine. We're only making 1.2 total, so this should be perfectly fine. So you'll grab from this belt, put it onto there, you'll grab from this belt, put it onto there, and then you just need to do the same kind of thing, only in reverse, to grab from there and put it into there, and that gets us everything we need as far as that goes. Oof. Let's see, you can scooch maybe one closer? I think so. And then we can do a simple output for this one. Angle. It's 1.2 on the output here, but I think this is still good. And then we'll bring it in from over here someplace. And I think it'll be there, but I'll have to double check when we are aligning things in a little bit. Is that good? We need to, of course, do power poles, but I think let's move it first. Is that everything? Is that everything? We need to also deal with the fluoride output. Well, we'll move it first for that, and also the sink for this. But yeah, let's move this now, and then we'll deal with it from there. Let's see. I want to move this down, and I want to connect it to that water output there, or that water connection there. I think that's more fun. And then this also needs this water here. And do I want to do something different with that? Or do I want to do something different with this? I had this crazy idea also, and I didn't do it in my test game, but what if I did this and I did this? Could I align that almost? But I like almost. I really do like almost. Let's push. Yeah. Let's go there. This is such an almost that it annoys me, actually. But that's okay. It's good to be annoyed sometimes. This will come over here. And we'll do that. And we'll do this to feed that one in. And then this one here will come over like this. And this one. We'll need to have a sink here. And that could just be directly connected. And then let's put up some power poles. I know that I need to have big ones here, but I think those are the only two bigger ones that I actually need. Everything else can be smaller. We need to deal with a little bit more here also. That goes there. You over here will need one. We put it down there and there. Down here, see, I think I'll do on the outsides of this and that. That covers most of those. Let's actually put one in here, and let's figure out where we're going to connect this to. Over there someplace. Let's see. You're good now, and then let's do this one and this one. And we need one here in the middle. And then we're going to need to connect this across over here somehow. There, I guess. That gets all that powered. And then we can do this one, that one, and this one. And then we can do this one and this one. And that gets all that powered. So the last thing we needed to belt... Well, the second to last thing we needed to belt in is... we need to bring in bricks and slag on the same belt because their numbers are so small that I'm fine with them being on the same belt. Let's do that, but let's bring it up first. Through here, maybe? Yeah, I think up through here. Let's split these here. We're going to force it to the left. You'll come up. You'll need to go out like this somehow. What if you did that? I like that better. You can go here, and there, and then there. You're just going to need a little bit of power here. You could take from the box, too. It's fine. We don't need very many, and we don't need them very fast anyway. Fluorite needs to come up this way somehow, as does the other thingy. How do I want to get those through here? Oof. That looks painful. Maybe we move you a little bit. Okay. I could get fluorite through here. We need to also, though, think about how much we need to unload here. We need to unload 12. So let's do this and this, which will get us 9. Which isn't enough. And let's get... Doesn't work either. Why is this so difficult? No, I still need to do this, though. I think I'm gonna have to do... Can't do that because I don't have room with that pipe being there. Unless I move the pipe, but I don't really want to do that because they're all nicely aligned. I guess we do this. It's not going to work either. Oh, wait, this will work. This works. Excellent. That can go there, but let's do left red flag first. Bring that back down to there. Power you guys up. And take that way. That'll do all right. And then we need sulfur, of course, over here. And that one we don't need very much at all. What was the number on that? 2. I'll do more than I need just because, but this will be fine. Drop up, drop left, and then you can go outside, maybe. In that case, maybe we do this. We go that way. Okay. This one's going to have to go up and make a weird turn. And then go up some more, and then make another weird turn. Can I go right through here? Yeah. Do that. Oops, wrong belt type. Fix that, no problem. And then you actually need to be red. Or red, yellow. Make you yellow as well, because you're outputting 9. The other one, though, should be fine without it, I think. Nothing like spaghetti there. This is going to tear through this fluorite in no time at all. That's okay, too. We'll keep this going. Up here. Off by 1. As is my custom. And then you can come on up and connect up to your friend here. And then we just need to get this silicon over here. And I think I'll do that just by doing this and one of these and then one of these. That's fine. That'll take care of the slag, the bricks, the whatchamacallits, the other things. And let's do this, that, a couple of these. 4 stacks? Sure, why not? And then a couple of those. You're chugging along. Fluoride is here. You've got the fluoride. We just need to get the oxygen stuff going. Those are here. Or the air stuff going, I guess. I'm going to connect those just a bit offside here. There, but also there. And then I want to do this. And then I want to do this. And then we'll do you, but also this. So I could have probably just drawn those myself. And then we'll do undergrounds here, because that's where the power poles are going to go. And you'll go here, there. I goofed that one up. There. And this needs to go up by 1 more. For reasons that are mostly symmetrical reasons, but reasons nevertheless. There we go. And that should do it. That'll get us everything we need, I think, to get this stuff going. You guys are all running. You are getting started. There they go. You all are going, and then you all are going, and then you all are getting going. Good, you're all going. That's obviously made its stuff already. And then we have this, which needs the slag and the cement. It's going to take it a while to make enough cement. There it goes. And then that's making some concrete bricks. We have blocks. There are bricks that are going in for the concrete blocks. Bricks it is. And then finally we have this stuff will eventually balance out and it'll work out fine. Just takes it a bit to get there. Maybe. We also need to deal with the fluorite. Or hydrofluoric acid. You go up to a bit up here somewhere. Maybe like, well, let's see where we're going to put this tank in at. I made a big one because I was like, you know what? Let's just make a big tank. Let's go there. You'll come up here like this. You'll go into there like that. And then we just need an overflow for this guy. There. With one of these. And then pipes going up to that one. And you'll need power, of course. And that'll do it also for that. That'll slowly fill up, and then we'll have everything we need. You are just not getting as much of the concrete. And so, there it goes. And so we could do something maybe shenanigans-wise to get that to work out properly. I don't think it matters. So, until we need these items again, I don't see or until we actually need these items to use them to make something out of, I don't see the need in making more of this. We made whatever we made for the clay bricks a long time ago down here, and they're still barely being used. I mean, I come down here and grab 400 clay bricks whenever we're making machines or whatever, and that's all we're using them for, is for crafting, for like mall crafting, like machine crafting. So whenever we do some sort of bot-based mall, those will need to get brought in, but until then I'm just going to handcraft those machines and this will still be fine. So I think that's where we can leave this for today. I think that takes care of those recipes. As I said, I am barely keeping up with this. There may not end up being an episode later this week. This might just be a single. But I also do know what's coming next, or I do think I know what's coming next, which I think is going to be chlorine processing 2. Which will then lead us to paste processing, which leads us into alien microbe thingies here, which leads us into more stuff down here, which will also bring in grinding wheels eventually. But I haven't experimented with these yet, so this may not be a true statement. But we're getting close to finishing up the red, green, green stuff. And when we do, because there's a few down here still, but when we do, then we'll start on blue science. I had someone asked me in the comments, I think on the last episode or two, why I'm not just going into blue science and doing the ore sorting that's down there, which is, I don't even know where the heck that one is. And that's the reason I want to just go ahead and finish up the red, green, green stuff, even though we're not using everything exactly right away. We are at least using it, we at least have it ready, and we've looked at what we can look at, and we're just kind of going to play this a little bit by ear to figure out exactly what we're going to do. But I wanted to just go ahead and finish up the red, green, green stuff before we get into blue. So we'll get into that in the next episode, or get into some other stuff in the next episode. I think we're down to the last, maybe, I don't know, half a dozen episodes, maybe not even that much, depending on what we get into with some of these other things that are left. But then we can dive into the blue science, which is going to be a bit of a fun one from what I've looked at so far. But for now, we'll leave this here. And so thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all again next time. Bye for now.